Hey guys, so ignore this. I had a hairstyling fiasco. Yeah, my hair looks so bad. So basically what happened was I washed my hair and it was wet, and I decided I wanted to, put little curly curls in my hair. So I tried to do that, but I was insanely tired. So instead of just, taking your hair and, wrapping it like this and pinning it, which I've done a million times before, for some reason I twisted my hair and then put it in little buns. I don't know. And then I woke up partway through the night and I was like, crap, that's not how I do it. I'm gonna have an afro. And sure enough, when I woke up in the morning, I had an afro. And I tried to brush it out and put some coconut oil and water in it and put it in some braids and hope to tame it. And this is what I have. And I refuse to rewash my hair right after I just washed my hair. So I'm just gonna rock this until I wash my hair next, and you guys are just gonna have to deal with the fact that I look really ridiculous. So, sorry about the angle. It will come into play shortly because, as the title of this video says, I'm going to dye my cat. Now, let's get this out of the way before everybody comes for me in the comments. A, I am doing this with my cat that does not mind water. And two, I'm not putting him in any stress. I've already done a tiny little test on my two cats, my two kittens, to see if they would mind this. Like right here, this baby, he's got some pink on his tail, just a little tiny bit of pink. And he wasn't very fond of the idea. I think he was scared of the gloves. Oh, baby. So, I'm not gonna put it back on him. But my other cat, really doesn't care. So if they cared, which is why I did really, really small, tiny tests, then I wouldn't do it. So, I'm gonna be using Arctic Fox on their website. It says right on their website that people use this to dye their pets, that it is all vegan and safe. There's nothing in here that can cause harm to your cats or dog. So that's what we're gonna do. And this is why I feel like this is safe. Okay, here's the cat. I'm gonna do it too. See, here's my cat. I'm gonna set him on the ground. I'm gonna turn on the water. Just watch. Instantly, he goes to the water. I'm not going to use gloves because, like I said last time I did this, I believe the gloves is what really freaked him out. So, and I was going to crawl into the sink because what is wrong with you, cat? He's also jumped in the bathtub with me a couple times, and he doesn't like it. Like, he doesn't like water. He's just really intrigued by it and wants to touch it. So when he full on jumps in the bathtub, then he's really upset and he scratches me trying to get out, but he doesn't care that much. He doesn't want his whole body covered in water, but he likes to play in water, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be using this purple down here. Alright, let's just scoop it out with my finger. Well, that went right onto his tail. See, he doesn't care. If he cared, I wouldn't do this to him. So if you want to dye your pet, do a very small little test. I only left it on him for about 5 minutes. No, don't go in the bathtub. And I only left it for like 5 minutes on him. He wants to go play, but now is not playtime. Now is we dye your tail time. Why are you always causing trouble? He wants to go play in the bathtub with his brother. And if you do this, see, I'm giving him little pets while I just put this on his tail. He just doesn't want to cooperate because he wants to go play. Come on, kitty, it's okay. It's okay. You can play in a second. You can play in a second, come here. We're almost done here. So, again, if you do this to your pet, very small test, don't leave it for long. And if your pet doesn't seem to be distressed by it or mind at all, then you can do a larger bit. I only want to dye the tip of his tail. I'm not going to dye my whole cat. That seems a little excessive to me. But it is kind of fun to just do a little test, or not a little test, a little flare. See there, now his tail has the dye on it. I'll wash my hands. See, look, he's already trying to go into the water. Now I'm gonna have purple hands, but he's not bothered by it. If your pet is stressed, don't do it. Like, I can't emphasize it enough. There are animals that are cool with it. There are animals like cats and dogs. There are animals that are like, you know, do whatever, just like you've seen me have the little sweaters on my cats. If I have one of the cats doesn't like wearing the clothes, they don't like it, I don't do it. If they don't mind, then they don't mind. Only one of my cats minds clothes, and the other cats don't care. In fact, I think a couple of them actually really enjoy it. But the same goes for stuff like this, like bringing my cat in the car. You know, not all of my cats enjoy that. Actually, only one of them enjoys that, which is this one right here. And taking cats out on a leash. You know, you were there when I took all my cats out on a leash, and my one cat really hates it. So, you know, like everything else, all other activities, he has his paw like all the way down the drain. If your pet is okay with it, then by all means, you know, have a little bit of fun. If your pet shows any sign of distress, just don't do it. You know, like, it's just how it is. And that's how you can... Ow, did you hear that? That was both my knees popping. But basically, I just don't want anybody coming for me in the comments. You watch this whole ordeal go down, he didn't care. He's not, you know, licking his tail, being like, I don't like this on me. I did a small test on him. I know that, you know, he's not gonna have a reaction to it. I know that with the small test that I did, that he's not going to get upset. Now he's just like sniffing the faucet. This cat is so strange. I think he just snorted the water out of the faucet. But this is how much I did of his tail. It's not the most completely saturated, but he's being a little wiggly. And again, cat's comfort is, my hand's gonna be purple forever. The cat's comfort is what comes first. You're such a weird cat. And that's basically what I do. Make sure what dye you use, you verify that it is pet safe. I know that they have dyes specifically for pets, but I can leave a link to the part of Arctic Fox's page that says that this is all vegan, there's no chemicals in it, and people use it to dye their pets. Verified right on their website. And don't ever dye a pet's face. Like, just don't do that. Don't. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave this sit for a while, probably like 15-20 minutes, and then we will rinse it out. And hopefully he cooperates this time, because now that I'm recording, I have a feeling that he's going to not cooperate. But he's like rubbing his face on the faucet. You're such a weird creature. Like, he can be in the kitchen, and if I come in the bathroom and turn on the water, he will run, and he just wants to play in it. I don't know. So yeah, really long drug out situation that I've been rambling in circles. I will be back with you when I'm gonna rinse his little tail out. Alright, so it's been a while, and let's rinse it out. I think it's so funny that he always jumps out. Alright, now I'm not going to put any other part of him in the water except for his tail. Oops, get your foot out. Oh, that's a little hot, huh? There we go. Oh, no, it's cool enough, babe, it's cool enough. It's not so hot anymore. It's not so hot anymore. Oh no! Why are you upset? Baby, why are you upset? Come here. Whoops, whoops. Come here, look at. See, I knew he'd be like this. It's so funny too, because I decided to wash his, I decided to dye his brother's tail too. And it's okay, almost done. I decided to dye his brother's tail too, and he didn't give me any issues with rinsing his tail out at all. And usually he's the one who's like less stoked about it. See, he's fine. He doesn't care. Yeah, come here. Let's show everybody your tail. See, there we go. So he was a little less thrilled. I kind of figured, because for some reason whenever I record stuff, but he doesn't care that much. But if your cat is like that, don't do it. That's actually unusual for him to be like that. And I wish I recorded washing out his brother's tail. Let's see. Kitty, kitty. I just rinsed out his too, and he didn't fuss at all. I did his green. I kind of wish that I didn't choose green because it kind of looks funny. But, kind of looks blue. But, yeah. So, that was that. And another thing is if you are going to dye any of your pets, keep in mind, first of all, don't oversaturate it so it drips everywhere because that's just a mess. And they are animals and they're going to be animals. So if you have a lot of white carpet, white furniture, isolate them because they're going to run around and do pet stuff. If they got a little wet, if they are like licking at it, wash it off immediately and do not dye your pets because they are not supposed to be licking it or eating it. So my cats don't do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They don't really care. He's licking off. Oh, you can't see. He's licking the water off of his paw. I think that was where the issue was. Is I usually give my cats baths in the sink too whenever I have to give them like flea baths or for whatever reason I have to give them a bath. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He honestly doesn't really care that much. I know he seemed a little upset, but he's usually not like that. Yeah, he's usually a lot more chill. But here's his purple little tail. Is that your tail? Is it purple? Yeah, it is. And then you make sure you wash it out thoroughly. You don't want to leave a whole bunch of dye left over. It doesn't, like, if you do a little tiny bit like I did, it does not take long to rinse it. He's flying with his tail. He's like, what is that? It doesn't look like my tail. You are so adorable. But yeah, if they're licking it after you wash it out, that's okay, obviously, because they're probably just like him right now. They're probably like, hey dude, my tail's wet. But as long as you get the dye out, that's good. He's still playing with it. So yeah, that is how I dye my pets' tails. And if you are going to do this to a cat that likes water, I suggest only doing their tail. I mean, I know people do more of their pet, but he's chasing his tail. But I find just doing the tail is enough for me because it's just like a little bit of fun, jazzy flair without being too stressful for the cat. Because dyeing your pet is just it's like a cosmetic thing that humans do for humans. It doesn't really do much for the cat. So doing just a tiny little bit and trying not to overstress them is the best way to go. I'm going to take off my glasses so we stop having glare on here. So yeah, and I look really ridiculous with this freaking hair. So if you're going to dye your pet, keep all those things in mind. Make sure that A, you do a tiny little patch test and make sure that they don't have a reaction to the dye, just like you would for yourself. 2, if they are looking at the dye when you do the little patch test or they just really don't seem into it, don't continue. Wash it out really fast. Don't leave it for the full amount of time like I did the first time I did. What are you doing? You're such a weird animal. Such a weird animal. And never dye a pet's face. Honestly, I suggest just doing a small little thing like paws or the tip of the tail or like a stripe down their back or something. Don't dye like your whole pet because that's a lot of dye on a pet. Nah, I don't really think that that's a good idea. And regardless of if it's a cat or a dog, all pets have different personalities. If they're cool with it, cool. If they're not, don't. The same goes for putting clothes on your pets, taking them in vehicles, unless like the vet, and like going for walks on leashes and such. Every animal is different. Please try to be kind in the comments because I did in fact make sure that my pets were not stressed even though he put on a little show for the camera. Last time I did this to his tail, he didn't care at all. But I also made sure to check my dye to make sure that it is safe for pets. Do not just put a random dye in your pet without looking into it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.